Hello friends, this video on ray optics part 36 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 35 before going ahead with part 36. Let us go ahead and look at the problem states that the image of a small electric bulb fixed on the wall of a room is to be obtained on the opposite wall 3 meters away by means of a large convex lens. So it talks about a scenario like this. Let us suppose this is the wall of a room where you have a small electric bulb. Now you have to obtain the image of this bulb on the opposite wall, which is at a distance of 3 meters from this wall. So your object lies here and you want the image to form here by means of a large convex lens. So let us say this is the convex lens. What is the maximum possible focal length of the lens required for this purpose? So let us say that the maximum focal length required be f. Now before we solve this problem, let us talk about an important concept which we have not talked about so far. Now in this case, we are saying that let us suppose the object lies here and the image lies here. If this is the object and this is the image, the distance between the image and the object is given. Let me call the distance between the image and the object as capital D, a small d. Let me take it as D. So D is the distance between object and image, right? Now if I apply the thin lens formula, applying thin lens formula, we know that 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Let us say that the object distance is X. Then what would be the image distance? It would be D minus X, right? So this V will be equal to 1 by D minus X minus 1 by minus X is equal to 1 by F. Or we can say that F is equal to X into D minus X divided by D. So this will be the value of the focal length. Now what do I want? I want to find out the maximum value of focal length for which this D is obtained. So I want the maximum value of focal length with respect to this distance, right? So for that, how do we know the maximum value of focal length? For that, we will differentiate this focal length with respect to this distance x. So df by dx should be equal to 0. This is how we calculate minimum and maximum values. You would have studied it in your mathematics, right? So we calculate df by dx. So if you calculate df by dx comes out to be x minus x square by d is equal to 0. So d by dx of this, because f is nothing but x minus x square by d. Therefore, this comes out to be 1 minus 2x by d is equal to 0. Therefore, we find that x is equal to d by 2. That means when the value of x is equal to d by 2, at that time, this focal length f is maximum. So f will be maximum when x is equal to d by 2. Therefore, f is equal to, let us put the value of x as d by 2. So d by 2 minus d by 2 whole square divided by d. So this comes out to be d by 4. Therefore, the maximum value of focal length is equal to d by 4, where d is the distance between the object and the image. So now using this formula, we can easily solve this problem because the distance between the image and object, that is d, is given as 3 meters. Therefore, the maximum focal length will be equal to d by 4, that is equal to 3 by 4, which is equal to 0.75 meters. Right? So I hope you understood the concept. Here we want to find out the maximum value of focal length. What is the value of x for which the focal length will be maximum? So that's what we calculated with the help of differentiation. So now let us look at the next problem. The problem says find the position of the image formed by this lens combination. So here we have a convex lens followed by a plano-concave lens, which is again followed by a convex lens. So let us consider each lens one by one. So what would be the image formed by first lens? So let us suppose that the image formed by first lens is I1. So 1 by V1 minus 1 by U1 is equal to 1 by F1, applying the thin lens formula. So in this case, U1 is equal to minus 30 centimeters because the object is located here, which is at a distance of 30 centimeter from the first lens. Focal length of the first lens is given as plus 10 centimeters. So putting these values, we can find out 1 by V1 by minus 1 by minus 30 is equal to 1 by 10. So we get 1 by V1 is equal to 1 by 10 minus 1 by 30, or V1 is equal to 15 centimeters. Right? So the image I1 is formed at a distance of 15 centimeters from this lens. Right? So that means where is I1? I1 is situated somewhere here. So I1 is located somewhere here. Right, now let us look at, so this I1 acts as object for second lens. Right? So for the second lens, what would be the object distance U2? This is the second lens. So the object distance for the second lens would be this distance. See, I1 would be located somewhere here. Right, I1 would be located somewhere here because it is located at 15 centimeters from the first lens. Right? So now what is the distance of I1 from the second lens? That means this distance. So this distance is given as 10. This distance is given as 10 centimeters. Therefore, U2 is equal to 10 centimeter, and since object is on the right hand side, so this would be positive. And what about the focal length of the second lens? That is given as minus 10. So again, applying the same thin lens formula, 1 by V2 minus 1 by U2 is equal to 1 by F2. So this implies 1 by V2 minus 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by minus 10. So this gives the value of V1 by V2 as 0, or V2 comes out to be infinity. That means the image formed by the second lens is at infinity. So I2 is formed at infinity. This I2 acts as object for the third lens. That means for the third lens, what is U3? U3 is infinity. That means the object is at infinity. And what is the focal length? That is given as 30 centimeters. So it is plus 30 centimeters. So again, the same thin lens formula, 1 by V3 minus 1 by U3 is equal to 1 by F3. So this implies 1 by V3 minus 1 by infinity is equal to 1 by 30. This implies V3 is equal to 30 centimeters. Therefore, the final image, so what is the position of the image formed? Final image is formed at 30 centimeter from the third lens. So this would be the position of the final image thus formed. Right? So let us look at the last problem of this section. It says that if f is equal to 0.5 meter for a glass lens, what is the power of the lens? As discussed, we saw that power of a lens is defined by 1 by focal length. So in this case, focal length is given as 0.5 meters. So it is 10 by 5. So the focal length is 2. So the power of the lens is 2 diopters. Now look at the second part. It says the radii of curvature of the faces of a double convex lens are 10 centimeters and 15 centimeters. That means R1 is equal to 10 centimeter, R2 is equal to 15 centimeters. Its focal length is 12 centimeters. What is the refractive index of glass? That means we have to calculate mu. So let us apply the lens maker formula. The lens maker formula gives 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Therefore, 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now in this case, R1 is positive, so R2 has to be negative because it is a convex lens. So if this is R1, this is R2. So if R1 is positive, this R2 has to be negative. Therefore, we get mu minus 1 into 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15 is equal to 1 by 12. So from this we can calculate the value of mu, and this value comes out to be 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.5. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.